Roses are red. I'm pretty sad. Y'all don't understand it. God dang it, I'm mad. Welcome to the post-game show. Your boy Pat the Designer back at it again. Appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. Like the video, subscribe to the page. We do talk Chicago sports weekly. We don't want y'all to miss a thing. So make sure that y'all hit that bell. It's the only channel. It's talking Chicago sports. How Chicago talk. I see Stefan and Don already in here talking trash. Hey, bud, how about you show up for work? No, I'm just playing. I'm joking. We already know. Nah, prayers up to Stefan and Don, man. Him and the fam going through it a little bit, so keep them in your prayers. Tough loss. Tough loss by the Bulls. I'm joined by the pettiest man alive, Mr. Petty Casanova, Mr. P Kid. As always, man, like the video, subscribe to the page, all that good stuff. That one's, you know what it is? Why can't we beat them? You're up 20, and we consistently lose to the Portland Trailblazers out. Why? Why? It sucks. That's a tough loss. But, I mean, listen. Bulls come out of this 10-5, heading into the next game. I thought that the calls in the first half were a little bit off, but the Bulls ended up getting that made up for. There's not many stats I can give you that don't say the Bulls didn't play better than them. Shout out to Javier Lifestyle in the chat as well, man. He's killing it on the YouTube side of things, man.
It's a couple of stats that actually stand out to me.
Go ahead with them.
Number one stat that stands out to me is something we expected. Total rebounds, right? They won the rebound battle.
Did win the rebound battle, yes, and barely won the offensive rebound battle, yep.
Barely won the offensive rebound. But the turnovers, if you looked at the first half stats compared to the second half stats,
yep.
Portland had more turnovers. They limited their turnovers in the second half. Second half, we exploded on the turnovers in the second half. And then on top of that, just looking at, obviously, if they score more, they win more, right?
Yeah.
But we dominated that first half, outscoring them 33-24, 30-24. But in the second half, it totally flips.
Yeah.
You know, they outscore us 33-22, 31-22. So it literally is, you know, that switch right there. And so, oh, man, shout out to Bears Forever keeping us in tune
all night, man, with the Blackhawks update, man. I'm gonna slowly go. I'm gonna go watch them. It's tough. Y'all know how I feel about it, but I'm gonna go check the game out. Blackhawks defeat the Kraken 4-2, winning their fourth game in a row. Hope this might make everybody feel a little better. It's off the bed now. Good night, all. Shout out to Bear Forever, man. He been keeping us up to date with the Blackhawks topics all night.
Then you got to look at the foul battle. Like, listen, before I even hopped on, I heard you say that somebody had 2 fouls, and I came in. I was like, okay, so he just won't use all his fouls today, huh? Like,
oh yeah, it was Tony Bradley
immediately. So it's like
bad fouls, and we want to hear from you guys as well, man. Call into the show 855-908-5668. I'm sure there's a lot of pissed off Bulls fans out there tonight, man. I'm sure that there's a ton of pissed off Bulls fans out there tonight. Let's talk about what's going on with it. Here's the thing, right? That I'm not willing to go down and debate with y'all on. When a player shoots 11 for 20, 7 for 12 from the three-point line, misses a crucial one, but shoots 7 for 12 from the three-point line, you're not going to come tell me he's the reason we lost this game. That's Zach LaVine, by the way, with 30 points. And a lot of people, I understand y'all don't like how Zach gets his points, but you like it when he's getting them. We see Zach LaVine take bad shots all night, but you know what? When he makes them, nobody's upset about it.
Is it just me or did DeMar go 7 for 19?
Absolutely.
I saw DeMar in the third quarter taking some shots that
you know, because I know what's coming. I see the calls coming in already. The calls are busting already. I know what's coming. I know that it's gonna be Zach LaVine didn't do enough. Zach LaVine, what? Like, listen, we lost to the Blazers. Bad loss, admittedly so. Bad loss. You're up 20. You should win that game. But don't tell me that Zach LaVine's the reason we lost today. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I think it gets really easy to fall in love with, you know, the glory days of certain players, right? Because
Yeah.
you got to look at what we saw Zach do. Zach got it going early, then he eased up. He wasn't forcing it. Then it gets into the point where it's like, yo, you have to score because we kind of need you to get it going.
Yeah.
And then when it's not rolling, we're hypercritical of it, and it's like you really can't do that. Like
this is a comment I like. I'm willing to accept this. Zach isn't the reason, but his turnovers don't help. That's a different conversation.
Much different conversation.
That's a different conversation. Zach's turnover is absolutely costly to the Bulls in the second half, right? But you know what's more costly? The fact that you don't sit down on the defensive end and you allow them to have 33 points in the third quarter. And on top of that, while you scored 22, what was it, 22 points both quarters for the Bulls?
Yeah.
Offensively, you didn't do anything in the second half of the game. Offensively, you didn't do anything in the second half of the game. Let's go out to the phone lines, man. We got the phone lines jumping already, man. I already see Shay in the chat, man. Shay's always ready to come in with a Bulls topic, man. Shay, what's going on,
man? What's up, man?
How you feeling, bro?
What's up? I'm a little pissed off.
I feel you. I'm here with you. I'm here with you.
But honestly, I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. Sometimes size does kind of matter a little bit, man, because I understand that like we playing a small ball lineup, but I think we might need to think about that either Marquise Chris or DeMarcus Cousins idea that you came up with a couple of shows ago, and where it waved that boy Matt Thomas. And another thing, I know Peaky. Look, Peaky. I know you finna get on me a little bit, but hey, the boy Kobe White needs to step up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not getting on the trade Kobe train, but he gotta like at least do something, man. I know he's back 2 games, but at least like show a little bit of confidence on that offensive man, especially with him being a bad defender. And another thing,
it's his second game.
It's his second game, y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. Yo, they was giving us a little bit bullshit calls for that last foul that Lonzo Ball drew on Damian Lillard when it was some bullcrap because he had his hands up, and on top of that, Lonzo Ball drove to the hole 3 times and he ain't get a call not one time, man.
No, I agree with you, Shay. We always appreciate you calling in as always, man. You always rocking with the show heavy, man. Appreciate the love, bro. I agree with a lot of the things he said. I don't agree with the Kobe White tip. I don't know what y'all thought Kobe White was going to be, but he's not going to be the guy that shows back up the same day and is a great player. He's been back 2 games. Listen, let's allow him to develop into something. What got this team out of it? What do you think got this team to the point where not only are they down, but they're down to the point where they're trying to fight back into it?
One, we didn't survive the wave, so like if you go back to the live at the end of the third quarter, I said, hey, listen, if this was their best punch, we're in good shape.
Yeah.
But I also had added a caveat. If Dame got it going, this is going to be a totally different problem. Well, guess what? For the Trailblazers, they had 2 people really get it going. Norman Powell, we have to give credit where credit is due. Norman Powell stepped up because it looks like just 18 points, but it's the timeliness of his 18 points. It's the impact that those 18 points gave you. And you felt his presence in that third quarter like nobody else. Right. And then Dame carries you home in the fourth. So it's the timeliness of it all. That right there, it is just the thing. We didn't survive it, and we didn't have an answer for it. By the end, DeMar had gotten cold. DeMar was shooting pretty efficiently until the third and fourth quarter, which is how he ends up under 50%. And so was, believe it or not, Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine was shooting way better. 11 for 20 is nothing to sneeze at. Absolutely. But at one point, Zach LaVine was 7 from 9, and he was 11 for 16. Much better stat line. So it's like shots weren't falling.
Let me ask you this. Is there, and I hate to do this because to me it's a game-by-game thing. Is there any is there any stock put into the fact that some teams just always have your number? What I mean by that is, no matter how good the White Sox were, the Minnesota Twins always beat us. And the Twins sometimes were a bad team. Like, they always beat us, no matter how good. I just went back and looked at it. Since 2011, Portland has basically dominated us.
Facts.
Since 2011, we have beaten the Portland Trailblazers. Let me see here. 3 times. Is there anything to, maybe it's a West Coast trip, maybe it's when you play them, maybe what is there anything into that team just has your number no matter who's on it?
I don't think it's that team. I'm gonna be honest with you. This is probably thinking a little more high level at the same time.
Yeah.
Portland for a long time has always been a much bigger team, especially in the front court. So because of that, when's the last time we've had a really good center?
Joakim.
Now.
Joakim
And now, basically, right? That gap in between, we ain't really have it. Right. And so I'm willing to bet you that if you look at those games, we lost it on the rebounding. Like right now, you know who, without you looking at it, because I know you looked at it, who was our leading rebounder tonight?
Oh, probably Lonzo.
Caruso by a large margin.
I can see that. I think tonight's game, I'll say this. I think we all underestimated how much tonight's game the Bulls needed a big man for. Yep. I thought tomorrow's game would be the game you needed a big man for. Let's be real. Larry Nance Jr. got busy, and Yusuf Nurkic got busy. It's not crazy stats. It's not, oh my God, these guys dominated us. But I look at the game that they had, and they kept a lot of plays alive. They kept a lot of plays in. Like Larry Nance had 14 off of the bench, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like
16 points, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, 1 block. That's a full stat line for a bench player. That's 25 minutes of nothing but pure hustle.
Yeah.
Right. Guess what? Nurkic, 18 points, 12 rebounds. Right.
This was
and for all those who love to say, "Oh, I thought this was a Bulls channel." Guess what? No, it's really showing you how we got exposed. We got exposed in that center position.
And listen, I'll say this, and here's the thing, right? I like Tony Bradley off the bench. Tony Bradley had 21 minutes, 6 points, 4 boards. That don't do nothing for me. That does nothing for me. If anything, if we want to talk about big man depth, let's talk about finding someone else that you can bring in who can weather the storm. Tony Bradley's not supposed to be a starter. He shouldn't be playing 21 minutes. But he's forced into that role because Vooch is hurt. He's forced into that role because for some reason, Alize Johnson just can't play basketball anymore. I don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying? And he's undersized. Alize is only, 6'7"? There's an undersized big. Like, a lot of people wanted him to be Dennis Rodman. But to me, tonight was a night that I didn't expect the Bulls to get beat on the big man battle. I thought Friday was going to be that night. But tonight, the big man showed, listen. And you saw Nurkic early. Let me attack him. I'm going right at him. Tony Bradley had 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes of the game.
And you can't get caught up in, you'll say, well, it's just 18 points. I know some people will reason that. Again, timeliness, how it kept you in the game, how efficient it is. He was 8 of 13. Yeah. Larry Nance Jr. was 6 of 9.
Yeah.
2 of 3 from 3. You're right. It's efficiency, stuff like that from your big man positions. And we didn't have that on our end. And we're always going to get exposed. Like, any of our losses this season will be because that team is a much bigger team and they utilize it well. Like, we should have lost against the Lakers. If the Lakers had played their lineup differently, we would have got exposed.
Lost, but I don't think we should have lost because of how Frank Vogel calls the game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Frank Vogel is stupid. But, like, outside of that, there's no way in the world you don't put AD at the 4 and let Dwight Howard be Dwight Howard.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you on that.
So those type of teams are just going to expose us. The Clippers, we beat the Clippers. Guess what? Who's Clippers big man?
Nobody. I mean, Zubac.
Most of the teams that are really good that we beat. Most of the teams that are really good that we beat don't have an inside presence. Not a notable one.
Yeah.
So that's what you should expect.
Who do we beat? We beat. Yeah, I guess so.
You see how hard you got to think? Because we got to expose. Hey, Embiid exposed us again.
Yeah. It's to me, I look at this game, and it sucks that you lose the game, right? It sucks that you've lost the game, but I look at this game as an experience for the Bulls because you beat the Lakers, you beat the Clippers, and then the next thing you know, they're changing their stadium name. But to me, it's okay. Were they feeling themselves a little bit? They got up 20. Are you feeling yourself? Are we taking bad shots? And you saw Caruso at the end of the game. I'll tell you what, I like what Alex Caruso does at the end of that game. I like the video if you guys are in here, man. 97 people in here, 20 likes. I like what Alex Caruso did at the end of that game. Alex Caruso at the end of that game sees DeMar DeRozan go in, back to the basket, spin move, go up for a jump shot, ill-advised jump shot. There's still 7 seconds on the shot clock. First thing Caruso does, he runs over to him. Championship mindset, runs over to him. What are you doing? Look at the clock before you take the shot. There's people open. Move the ball. That tells me that, and it's what I've said the entire time. This team is learning. Yeah, sometimes there is that moment where DeMar DeRozan or Zach LaVine take bad shots, but guess what? They take those same shots in the midst of the game.
Those same shots was falling first half. We ain't saying
And when
nothing.
DeMar DeRozan knocks those shots in, guess what we all say? Oh my God, he's DeMarvelous.
The best player on the Bulls.
Yeah, when he
candidate.
When he misses those shots, we got beef with him. Let's keep it 100.
Keep it 100.
Let's keep it the same. Let's keep that same energy. You might not like Zach LaVine taking step back 3-pointers to close the game out, but guess what? Those same step back 3-pointers put you in the game. Put you on top. Got you up 20.
DeMar has 5 turnovers.
DeMar has 5 turnovers. Listen, the turnovers is the problem that I have with the Bulls here, right? And I'll say this. At a minimum, would you say that the ball is not in Lonzo Ball's hands enough?
That's why I had that question earlier. And mind you, I was a little sleepy when I asked it. Yeah. But still, the question was how he's being utilized.
Hands enough.
He's not being utilized enough for me.
Yeah.
I would love to see him run that offense more. And when you let Lonzo do what Lonzo does, Lonzo really is what allowed us to get back into this game. This game was getting away.
Mm-hmm.
It may not seem like it, but Lonzo was the reason why, we got a couple buckets. He should have had a couple. And like, if Lonzo gets that and one, totally different thing, right?
Yeah.
So from a point guard perspective,
more calls, man.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that's the reason we lost the game at all, because at the end of the day, it ends up even. But there was a very difference. There was a difference in how the game was being called. Dame Lillard gets to the line, Dame Lillard driving, getting a lot of those content. And I don't expect Dame and Lonzo to get the same kind of calls, but let's, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get what's a good one? Let's try and at least act like we're not one-siding this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but for what it's worth, for us, but to just keep it a buck, DeMar DeRozan had 8 free throws. Dame had 7.
Yeah.
The person who probably, he got teed up for it, which again, controlling your emotions, not getting tech, you're not getting a tee at the wrong time of a game. I would really be on that. People, were killing me in the chat when I said it, but like, no,
you don't get a tee, get the tee in the first half.
Zach has been that type of person where something doesn't happen, he didn't like it. He's gotten really vocal and he'll just stand on it. It's like, dog, it's not the time. It's not the time.
I'll say this.
He only has 2 free throws.
I'll say this, right? I'll say this. With Zach, a lot of times when Zach gets to the bucket, he doesn't get a lot of those calls. When Zach and the only other technical on the season he's arguing for Caruso on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like Zach LaVine is oh my God, this guy's getting text. But I mean, if we're being honest, like, I understand where the frustration comes from. If I'm driving to the rim and I'm getting bumped and my wrist is getting smacked and all of that, I should have more than 2. Especially if I'm Zach LaVine, who's improved his game every season, who is a superstar level talent. Now, it's tough because he comes out and he misses a wide open 3. It's tough when he comes out and misses the game winning opportunity. But you have to, like, I get him standing up for himself. I don't have a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? I get him standing up for his teammates. Over 100 in the chat. Hit that like button if y'all in here, man. I get him standing up for his teammates. I don't have a problem with it. Because no one else on the team is going to do it.
I will say this, though. You know, we putting this part of the conversation to the side. Our bench is stupid light. Our bench is very light. And
defensively, our bench is good, but it's so defensive.
Yeah. Well, look at it like this. LaVine, Caruso, Lonzo, Bradley, and DeRozan were our starters today, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got Johnson, Green, Jones, White, and DeSumo coming off the bench. When we're in the position where we are forced to start Caruso in that starting unit, he's done well. You can see what he put out. He's definitely put out a nice double for it. But man, it just goes to show you how much it hurts our bench.
Caruso's by himself with DeSumo being a rookie.
Yeah.
Caruso's coming off the bench basically by himself with DeSumo being a rookie. You're not going to expect a lot of scoring from Derrick Jones Jr. I think he kind of gave you what you expect from 6 to 8 points a game. You're not expecting a ton from Io right now because he is a rookie. Kobe's that guy that's gonna have to step up for you offensively. And I think that at some point in the season he will, like 2 games in. We got mugs talking about please let Kobe White. Why isn't Kobe White doing more? It's like it's 2 games, bro. Like he's also only getting 10 minutes a game.
and you know what? His game is to score. And I will say this: he has some good looks. They didn't fall. I would consider that Russ. As y'all can see, I didn't say nothing about his game.
No,
I didn't say nothing about his game. I understand it's going to take him a minute to get up to speed. It's going to take him. He had a shoulder injury of all injuries, so it's going to take him a minute.
Injury, no training camp, no preseason, no like he literally like it's literally like, hey kid, let's see if you can go hoop.
No prep. Nah,
on the West Coast,
not gonna work.
So you're not getting practice either. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not. I'll say this. Listen, both things can be true. It's a bad loss. You're up 20, you lose the game. That's a bad loss. It's a bad loss. I'm not panicked by what we saw tonight.
No, there's no reason to be.
I'm not panicked by what we saw tonight because let's be real. At the end of the day, as well. It comes down to this. We ain't going to see Portland in the playoffs. Portland ain't getting out the first round, probably. We ain't going to see Portland in the playoffs.
I'm not worried. Nobody on the West Coast until it's time for me to see them at the top.
Anybody that we played out West, yeah, that's cool. I'm worried about these teams out East. You know why? Because if we play anybody out West, we made it to the NBA Finals. I'm cool. We did something good in the first year of this. Let's go back out to the phones, man. We got going out to the 404, man. What's going on, my boy?
What's good, Pat? How y'all doing?
Man, yeah, a little upset by this loss, but we gonna bounce back, man. I'm not tripping too much, man. Bulls still got 10 dubs on the season, 10-5, much better than where we thought we were gonna be. What are your thoughts on it?
Okay, so I talked to you the other night after the Golden State loss.
Yep.
Right. And so I'm gonna come with the same thing that we were talking about then.
Yep.
Right. It's a bad loss, but it's a good loss at the same time.
Learn from it.
And this is what I mean by that, right? You bounce back, you won 2 big games in LA, right?
Yep.
Then everybody started talking good about you.
Yep.
So now you puff your chest out a little bit. Okay. All you did was you just got it knocked in a little bit.
Yep.
Right? You were up by 20, right? You're supposed to win the game. Right? Let's just keep it 100. Supposed to win the game.
Supposed to win. Absolutely.
And so, right. So now, hey man, we ain't that team. Now Billy D got things. Now I can get refocused again.
Yep.
Right? And now I can hammer down on in the third quarter. We need to be we need to be really putting it down. Look at how Golden State did Brooklyn last night. Third quarter, they took off and didn't let off.
Yeah.
One thing the Bulls did was they just let off the gas.
They let their foot off the gas, yes.
That's it. So now, stop feeling good about the 2 wins in LA because you bounced off the Golden State. Let's refocus. Let's catch up in Denver, and let's do it all over again. This is all part of it. We still talking about the learning process. So we'll live and die with every game because we fans, and that's what we do. That's cool. But now, don't read the press clippings. Don't hear what ESPN saying and all the other pundits that now trying to kind of backtrack and kiss your butt a little bit.
Yeah.
And feel good about it, right? That's it. To me, that's the bottom line to it. Are we light on the bench? Of course we are, but we knew that coming into the season.
Mm-hmm. I feel like we thought this bench. I'll say this, right? We're hard on the bench tonight because of and I appreciate you for calling in, bro. As always. Hold on, because I got to do this because some people call in. What's your name, my boy?
Q.
Q. All right, cool. Because it never gets that right. So all right, we got Q on the line, man. Appreciate you for calling in, Q.
Appreciate you, Q.
Yeah, man. Y'all have a good one.
You too, man.
You too, bro.
This is the thing, right? Versus the Lakers and the Clippers, we were lauding our bench. We were praising them for being able to come in, play defensively, keep Anthony Davis struggling. You know what I'm saying? Keep we were very excited about our bench. In a game like this, our bench is what it is. It's defensive. It's a defensive bench. Nobody on there's a scorer. Caruso's not a scorer. Caruso can score, but Caruso's not a scorer.
Mm-hmm.
Your two scorers on your bench right now that you hope end up panning out to be scorers are Ayo Dosunmu, because of what he did in college. You hope he ends up being able to continue to do that here. And Kobe White. Those are the only two scorers you have off of the bench.
The one consistent thing that we've discussed all night in the chat, what my man Q just mentioned, is that third quarter. But I think what really encapsulates that whole thing is nobody puts it better than a former player. Gilbert Arenas says it best. You have to consider the sixth player in the room. Who's the sixth player? The crowd, the momentum. Once you start feeling that momentum as a player, what does that do for your game? Now you hustling more. Now you're doing all that stuff, right? He has a nice little clip where he details that from a while back, right?
Absolutely.
Guess what? We saw that. We've seen it. We've seen it with the Warriors. Warriors will be down 20 points, and all of a sudden that crowd starts roaring.
Yeah.
The Bucks, the same way. That crowd starts getting into it, right? So guess what? That's what happened for Portland. They got some momentum. We got off. They start rolling, and then they start barreling down. That's what happened. So at this point, understand the importance of keeping your foot on people's necks.
Absolutely, and I think that's what it shows. And you asked us during the live on the Lakers, why did Billy still have those guys in there? They haven't had a win like that. They haven't had a foot on their neck win like they did against the Lakers. They absolutely put their foot on the Lakers' necks and never let go.
Yeah, this is the game you put your foot on somebody's neck.
This is the game you have to put your foot on the neck. But here's the problem, right? Here's the one thing I will say. Here's where Kobe White does become important. I can't put my bench in if they can't score.
Yeah. You know what?
I want to give Zach LaVine extended rest. I want to give DeMar DeRozan extended rest. That means Kobe needs to be able to score. That means Ayo, he's a rookie. I don't expect him to put up 50 a game, you know what I'm saying, or come out and go crazy, but I need him to get me 10. You know, I need Caruso to do exactly what he's doing. Don't change what you're doing. But I think that adding Kobe to that, at a minimum, if Kobe does what he does last year.
I'm going to give you an interesting take on it.
Let's do it.
So we were calling the Lakers game when we saw how they played AD, right?
Yep.
Big man who absolutely could dominate, should have exposed us, didn't, whatever, right? We saw them run the double, run the different bodies out of him. But why was it effective? Just real quick, why was it effective?
They didn't let the inbound pass get to him easy. They didn't let him get an opportunity to post up and make a move.
Same thing happened here. Same thing happened with Nurkic. They ain't let it get to him easy.
Yeah.
But what's the difference with the makeup of the team as constructed? You know Portland got shooters. Yeah, they got some better shooters than the Lakers.
Kyle's a better shooter. Dame absolutely a better shooter. McCollum a better shooter. Yeah, facts.
You're stupid if you're going to say, yeah, we're going to run the same scheme against. No, Nurkic is going to take you one-on-one, and that opens up some things. And then all of a sudden, we start focusing on that. You know, they did focus on it. They did try to run two men down there when Nurkic would hit that spin. Guess what? Pow, or someone's sliding, someone's doing this. You can't do that, right? You can't do that against that team. They have better guards than the Lakers did as well. So if you want to really look at why we lost that third quarter, that momentum, and all of that stuff right there, it just adds on.
Tough loss tonight, man. Tough loss for the Bulls, man. As we got some of these calls coming in, let's get back to these calls, man. Bulls end up falling to the Trailblazers, 112-107 after leading by 20 in the first half. Let's go out to the phone lines, man. Going out to the 563. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's going on? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you loud and clear, man.
All right, cool. My name is James from Iowa. Long-time subscriber to you guys and first-time caller. So,
appreciate you, James.
So it's pretty cool. I talk to y'all.
Appreciate you.
Hey, it's real simple. I am sorry if I kind of repeat what some of the other callers already said already, but this is one of those games where we kind of show what we are as a team. That we are a really good team, but we're not a great team yet. Because if we were a great team, we would have known that out the third quarter, we should have known that Poland's not going to go away. They're not going to go. They're going to come out. They're come out fighting. It's how do you respond to that? And how we responded, like some of y'all said, the crowd gets into it. You know, the air gets a little tight. You know, palms can start getting a little sweaty. And we saw how we responded to it. And I think this will be a good learning experience for the Bulls because now we know what to do and what not to do in those situations. And also, hopefully that this will be the defining game of the season where AK, where Mark Eversley, it's kind of like they look at this game in particular and they're like, okay, we have to start looking at some options on what we can do to fill in that center position. Because once they attacked and when they really started attacking, there was no coming back from that. But hopefully, you know, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. I'm not worried. I'm not panicked. We have one more game on this road trip against Denver. And then after that, the schedule starts getting a little bit easier. And we'll get Vooch back eventually. And we're still going to – and is this the first game where we actually up by that many points and the team came back on us? Normally, we're the ones that's doing the chasing. But that's the first time the team has to come back on us. Is that correct?
Yeah, I believe. Yeah, I would say. Yeah, absolutely. I don't think we've had a lead that big and then we end up blowing it. Maybe.
Exactly.
Did we lead in Boston at all? I think we led for a little while in Boston. I don't think it was 20 points, but I think we led for a little while in Boston. We also ended up winning that game, but yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a learning experience, nothing to worry about. And hopefully by Denver, you know, they clean some stuff up, things will get easier, players start getting healthy, and we'll get back rolling. So I wouldn't be concerned. Just a learning experience.
Appreciate the call, man. Appreciate the call. Appreciate you for tuning in, James, and rocking with us, man. That's love.
First time caller. Appreciate you, my man.
Stay safe out there, bro. No, I agree with a lot of what he said, man. And I'll say this, like, listen, like, the thing that I look at is right now you're 10-5. If I'm not mistaken, listen, y'all know math ain't my strong subject, but that would put you, if you kept this kind of winning going, that would put you on pace for 54 wins, which would give you your 50-point. Like you're winning at a 2-to-1 ratio right now. That would like I understand bad loss. Like both can be true. You know what I'm saying? Bad loss. A loss you can learn from, just like James said. A loss that I think that the Bulls are going to absolutely learn from. But I'm going to be real with you. If we came into this road trip and we told you the Bulls ended up on their West Coast trip, finishing out this trip 2-3 before this thing started, we wouldn't be upset by that. Because we looked at the teams that we were playing. We're pissed off right now because they just blew a 20-point lead. I'm fine with that. But we looked at the teams that we were playing. And we said, man, like if they go out there and get 2 out of 3, or 2 out of 5, I should say, and they finish off the trip 2-3, and then you come back east, now you're in a schedule that looks a little bit better. Now you can keep going. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at a singular game and make season-long predictions. And AK's looking at this game and he's saying, okay, listen, maybe I need to get a little more big man help. Okay, maybe we need a little more scoring off the bench. Like, we're a long way from the trade deadline, y'all. We are 15 games into this season. Mugs are making career statements on people 15 games into this season. DeMar DeRozan went from being the MVP last week to a scrub today.
It's also funny how we don't realize how much things can change by simply having, like, this game is a dub with Vooch here. This is a dub.
Vooch makes a difference in the middle, absolutely. And I think
full strength, this is a dub.
I'll say this: what you see right now is so look, understand what y'all are seeing. Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan are still scoring in the mid range, still scoring at the bucket, still scoring from the 3-point line. With Tony Bradley clogging everything up. Like, Tony Bradley is a defensive, let's go out there, let's block the game, blah, blah, blah. But he clogs everything up because they pass him the ball in the middle of the court, and you know what he does? Oh, God, where am I? He's not supposed to be out there for that. Tony Bradley is what he is.
I got to ask this question. Right, today we had 1, 2, 3, 4 people in double digits. With Vooch on the court, we would have 5.
Yes.
Wouldn't be high, it'd probably be 10.
Neither of the guys on the court is a great, well, I'm not going to say that. Larry Nance is a pretty good defender. I get Larry Nance that. Larry Nance is a pretty good defender. Nurkic is not. Nurkic is a horrible defender.
Even if I'm not even talking about how much they would have scored. Like, they could have gotten whatever they would have gotten. But the way our points would have been distributed, the way Caruso coming off the bench, the way that infuses that type of energy and stuff like that, it's a different structure to the game, right?
Yes.
You know, and then if you just put it into some historical context, right? Like, why you shouldn't freak out over every game. I know it's like making this audacious statement, but you know, the 72-10 Bulls lost games. Their 6th game in. They lost the 11th game in.
Yeah.
I mean, they had those large gaps of winning like 18 games in a row. Don't get me wrong. But like they had some teams that they lost to that they shouldn't have lost to in that 10 game span, right? Good teams really do take some bad losses at times. So it happens. But we are injured. Our big man will be back. AK said he's not done. Trade deadlines up ahead. I don't know who needs to be traded. I don't know what happens. I don't care necessarily. I don't want anyone to lose their spot on this. I kind of do. I really do like our team.
Yeah.
But if some moves need to be made, guess what? They need to be made.
And I'll say this. Golden State lost to Charlotte. Then went and beat Brooklyn.
Stomped Brooklyn.
like there's ups and downs in the NBA season. We are 15 games in, y'all. Relax.
With a winning record, we are 10-5.
We are 10-5. 15 games in with a winning record, 10-5. By the way, that video will be out tomorrow talking about evaluating the Bulls 10 games in or 15 games in, which is much tougher to do after a 20-point loss, but still. Let's go out to the phone lines, man. Heading out to the 313, talking to Ricky Fowler. Ricky, what's going on, man?
Yo, how's it going, brothers?
Man, how you feeling, my guy?
Pat?
What's going on with you, my man?
Oh, man. This one hurt, but we just need to understand every loss we took was a really good learning process, and we bounced back basically every time, and we corrected those mistakes, and this is just going to be one to have it. Yeah. And to sit there and say that Tony Bradley was a problem, we was up 20 points with Tony Bradley. Like, and
Tony Bradley's not the problem, but he did get cooked.
That's true, but at the same time, we were up with 20 points with Tony Bradley.
Facts.
Like,
no, there's a lot of things that go into it. I'm not blaming Tony Bradley, but
yeah,
what you miss with Bradley in the game is Vooch is not by any means a lockdown defender.
Listen, I'm not trying to say we didn't miss Vooch. Yeah. With Vooch, we definitely get a W.
Yeah.
Because he's going to spread the court and he's going to make better decisions, and he limits our turnovers because he makes some decisions and makes it better for DeMar and Zach to come off the ball, and they don't have to do as much.
Yeah.
I personally feel that they need to start letting Zoe run the point more.
Yes.
Zach is great coming off the ball, but when Zach pushes the ball and comes up the court and start making decisions if he should score or pass, sometimes it gets a little skeptical out there. I think you should let Zoe make the decisions and then let Zach come off the ball as well as DeMar, because we had about like 9 turnovers between those two.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. I think you need to let now Zach doesn't bring the ball cross court as much anymore. He almost never does, but he'll get the ball at the top of the key a ton. And you know it's going to be a one-on-one opportunity. You know, but let's be real. What got us up 20? Zach LaVine's one-on-one opportunities. What got us up 20?
Oh, definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
That
there's a mix of, and Ricky, I appreciate you for calling in, man. Ricky always calling in with a good call, man. Appreciate you for tuning in and rocking with us, bro.
Oh, I just got one more thing too, just before I go.
Go ahead with it.
We need to remember too that we got an $8.3 million trade exception.
Oh yeah,
for
what's his name? For
Daniel Tice. So we need to lay that in there, because everybody just keep thinking that it'll be a one-on-one trade or whatever.
Yep.
We got $8.3 million to match something, so we can make a really good move.
No, that's facts. That's absolutely facts. Appreciate
I forgot about that. Good stuff.
That is an excellent point.
Yeah.
I will say this.
Go ahead.
I would rather have Daniel Tice. Stay safe out there, Ricky.
Hey, it happened, but remember we did a lot. We got a first round pick. We got Derrick Jones Jr., who's been doing good, and Javonte Green. So hey,
no, I agree with you. Appreciate the call. All right, my boy.
Appreciate y'all too.
Hey, stay safe out there, my boy. No, I would rather have Daniel Tice right now.
Daniel Tice or Thad Young right now.
Daniel Tice, what, 28? Daniel Tice still young, I think. I don't think Daniel Tice that old, if I'm not mistaken.
No, Daniel Tice like 32.
Is he up
there? Yeah, he played in Australia, I believe, or Germany. Let me see.
No, definitely German.
He's 29.
Definitely. Yeah, I'd say Daniel Tice. Man, you gave 3 years to that man. You gave that man a whole. You hit him with he came over here at 40.
Thad Young is 33. I'll take Thad Young.
33. Thad Young 33.
I'll take Thad Young because at least now I know the basketball IQ is always high. I got the ability.
Thad Young with this team is a different figure. No, listen, and there's a lot that they can do. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot that's still gonna happen. I'm not sure. We are 10-5. I feel like a lot of people feel like we're going to the NBA Finals this year. I think the Bulls will go far in the playoffs. I don't know if the NBA Finals is that line. And right now, I'm living it game by game.
Why not?
I think Eastern Conference Finals. Well, I will say this. I had them losing to Brooklyn in the Eastern Conference Finals. So maybe not. But I think Eastern Conference Finals is what Billy's hoping for this first year. You know what I'm saying? Like they should go far. The talent is there to go far. We appreciate y'all for tuning in to Rock with us, man. If y'all can hit that like button for us, every like helps us, man. We got a lot of stuff coming y'all way. We're going to finish it out with this last phone call. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I don't know if I can go. Oh, it's Shay. All right. I'm going to go back to Shay. Shay, call back in. I'm going to go back to
I was about to say the Bucks. I mean, we could probably beat the Bucks handily, but Giannis had like 30 at the half and 47 in the game.
Yeah. Shay, what's good, man?
What's up, man? I'm gonna make a bold prediction right now.
Uh-oh.
You ready for it?
Let's do it.
Okay. I predict that in 2 years, Nikola Jokic, due to his relationship with AK, will be a Chicago Bull. It's evident. It's evident.
You ain't lying.
The team that we have now, it's evident.
When you said a bold prediction, that's a bold prediction, my boy. Didn't he just sign a contract too?
Nah, he got 2 more years.
Oh, okay, all right. Shout out to Shay for calling back in with the bold prediction, man. Shout out to Shay. Hey, look, and appreciate you for calling in, my boy. Appreciate you as always, man. Stay safe. No, I look at what we see on the floor tonight, and I'm not on a game by game basis.
That man getting paid $30 million a year. Who the heck gonna pay him?
Yeah, I'm saying, man, MVP, $30 million MVP.
Dog, he got MVP and he got to get re-upped. So he got MVP in the middle of his contract.
Hey, you better win another MVP. You don't win MVP that 4th year, you getting paid regular man money.
Dog, he's since he signed, he's become MVP and he's top 5, top 10 in multiple categories.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna be able to afford that man.
No, this is the thing, right? You got a top 5 big man. Top 10. Lot of people before you know what I love. This is what I love, right? This is my favorite part of Bulls basketball. This is my favorite part of basketball as a whole. This is why I like doing this. Everybody was about to trade Vooch before we went out west without Vooch.
Ain't that funny?
Everybody was done with Vooch before we went out west without Vooch. Nobody realized the impact he actually makes that don't show up in the stat sheets until you don't got him in there and you see Tony Bradley standing in the middle of the court like, hey, somebody come get this ball from me.
Is Vooch really top 5?
Yeah, absolutely. I give him top 5. Embiid. Jokic. Yep. Interchangeable on those. Well, right now Embiid is
AD. He plays center. Stifle Tower. Yeah. Hey, he worked that.
No, this season, yeah.
Hey, listen,
this season,
that $200 million out of me.
No, this season. Hey, look, I've said this a bunch too. This season, the Stifle Tower. Now, let me see if I can I'm gonna go look it up right now. He's absolutely worth $200 million with what he was doing early. Let's see what he's done since I last saw that game log.
He's top 10 for sure. Because I'm gonna say a name that you ain't gonna like.
Hold up. Pelican. I don't know, dog. Them numbers starting to go the other way, dog. I'm seeing some 8 and 9 point games out here. But the Stifle Tower, he's going
back. Vooch got some 8 and 9 point games out there too. You know who's actually still a top 5 big man?
Who you got?
And you're gonna hate this. I don't like it, but it's kind of statistically proven.
Who you got?
Karl Anthony Towns. Is a top 5 big man in the league right now.
I don't think that's see the problem. My problem with Cat is I don't hate it. My problem with Cat is so charming on the other end. Like at least Vooch tries. Like Cat just get done up on the other end. But okay, if you put Cat on him, what you give him? You give Vooch 6.
I got Vooch at 6.
I got Vooch. I would put Vooch over Cat, but it's because Cat just does nothing on the defensive end. Like Cat is so bad on the defensive end, it's disrespectful.
I gotta really, you know what? Me and you are really going to sit down and watch a full game that's not being called. Like we're gonna watch a random game. We'll just play, and I just want to take a look at how you look at a game and how you look at a particular player.
Well, you know the big man game. That's where I look most. You know what I'm saying? You hear me on the live call. It's just like, look at Larry Nance out there. Look at that step through right there. He did right there. I think we look at the positions different too. Like I focus on the big man because that's the position I grew up loving. I thought I was gonna be 6'8". You know what I'm saying?
Then I'm surprised that you're so critical on Karl.
Karl on the defense.
Now he is soft. He does have that. He is a softer. He reminds me of Paul Gasol with a little more physicality.
No, you know why? It's not even soft to me. I've never seen somebody get beat by the same spin move so many times in a row. Like it's like there's certain things like Vooch got beat defensively at times, but Vooch, if you keep doing the same move on Vooch is gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna step left real quick. And you're going to have to beat me with a different move. I watched Cat get beat by the same spin move 10 times in a row. By Julius Randle. Going right.
Time out. Julius Randle done beat a lot of people with that spin move.
Hey, listen.
Julius Randle's absolutely putting people in the bucket with that spin move. Going the same direction as a professional player who he's only going one direction.
But you know what Vooch did when he kept trying that spin move? I'm going to make you go the other way.
Hey, listen,
and you know what Julius Randle did? All right, now I'm going to start shooting. Like, if you get beat on some shots, all right, cool. You got beat on jump shots. But Cat, I watched Cat. I was like, fam, like, position yourself so he got to go the other way. Like, I'm not saying I'm an NBA player. I'm not saying that I'm, on that level. But, like, I know, like, if I stand here, he's going to turn that way.
All I'm saying
It
is
can go the other way.
I've seen Greg Ostertag have a good game against Shaq.
Oh, no, this ain't a game. This is pretty consistent. Randall's
I
numbers.
saw Greg Ostertag have a good game against Shaq. There's somebody on this live right now who wasn't even alive. They're like, who is that?
Oh yeah. No, Shaq got it. I forget who Shaq said.
Big Country was the person that used to get him
Big
all the
Country
time.
killed him every time. Nah, we appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us, man. We're not gonna keep y'all here too long. 143 people in here, man. If y'all can hit that like button before y'all go, we appreciate y'all so much, bro. Like, I really do rock with everybody that hits that subscribe button, hits that like button, comments in. I see a lot of people that's showing love. Raging, always showing love. Chicago Garza, shout out to you, bro. I see Riz in the chat, man. Shout out to you, Jeffrey. Always,
I told you.
Hey, everybody said Big Country. Everybody has seen that, bro. Everybody said Big Country.
Everybody see the clip, but it go bad with
Ricky
me.
Fontaine,
I don't know
man.
who that is.
Shout out to all the people that shown love in here, man. Say we do want to let y'all know about the Patreon that we got busting. We about to start doing that for National Sports Talk. Might even do one of them videos, because on Patreon, I'm not gonna lie to y'all, we can get away with just about anything. Minus, we're not gonna be showing nothing crazy, but we can get away with showing video on camera. So you might see me and Kid reacting to video while actually seeing the video without us getting it taken down. You might even see me do some of the rest of the NBA, reaction videos, stuff like that. So if y'all want to tune in and rock with us on that, man.
I was trying to figure out what video you was talking about. I was like, why would we be looking at video? Like,
no, you know what I'm saying? Like on here, I can't show the sports clips and it work out.
I was tweaking, dog. I thought you was going a whole different left way.
Gotta
I was
relax,
gonna say,
bro.
wait a second.
Hey, listen. There's a certain age group that's down with that. I am not. Like 14 dudes in a room watching a flick together. What are y'all doing?
You gotta relax, dog.
What are y'all doing, bro? What's going on? Like, everybody's in here? Why is there popcorn out? Hey, yo.
Get me off the screen, man.
I appreciate y'all for tuning in and rocking with us as always, man. I am joined by the pettiest man alive, Mr. P. Kid. It is your boy, Pat the Designer, back at it again. Bulls take a tough loss, but we will be back for Friday's live call of Bulls versus the Denver Nuggets. Hey, yo, Chicago. Y'all stay safe out there, man. We'll see y'all Friday. Peace.